ACS Composite Fender Inserts. We're installing those today on Maplefed's car. Now, we've already started some of the process. Unfortunately, I was an idiot and didn't start the video when we started taking the emblems off, but if you guys remember, there's emblems that are right here. You can use some nylon string, pull it off, use some goof off. So in this instance, Maplefed had the Emblem Pros LT1, and we just pulled them off, and looks like there's still a little bit of residue. And the only reason why I'm pulling these off, well, the instructions tell you to take it off regardless, but in this instance, I just wanted it clean so we can put masking tape or painter's tape down, so that way we can get our cutout in the right spot. So let's go ahead and do this. There's lots of things to do today, and one of them is curb your nervousness of cutting into a vehicle. That will be one we have to overcome in the next 20-30 minutes. Like Kyle's over there. He's like, oh no. We got this. We got the tool. Here's our cutter tool right here. But next up, we've taken off the logos. We're gonna put tape on the vehicle, but we have templates here. We have to do some cutting of the templates. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go ahead and start taping it up and make it look good. So I'm just gonna kind of fast forward through this. You guys will get the gist of it. It will be great. So let's do it. Hey guys, remember in kindergarten when you learn how to cut things out and paste? Nope. This is where it comes in handy, right here. Okay, we skipped the first rule. So, observe proper precautions and safety procedures while performing the following. Raise vehicle to a comfortable working height. I wish we actually had a lift. It's recommended to remove the front wheels, but not mandatory to complete the install. Yeah. So remove the 7mm bolt holding the lower front deflectors. We already did that. Remove the T15 torque screws holding the wheel liner. Remove wheel liner. So how do you remove the wheel liner without removing the wheels? Sorry guys, it's hot. We got the fans blowing, so it's gonna be a little bit of loud background noise, but we've basically cut out the templates. Actually, I'm making Kyle forgot he had to cut the center portions out of the templates, so he's working on that now. I taped up the car here. I did kind of pre-eyeball the template before he cut out the centers, so the big thing now is I'm gonna jack the car up. I'm gonna take the front wheels off and remove the inside liners that's required. So we did kind of do steps a little bit different than what is outlined in the instructions. I just got tape happy, that's what happened. But again, I'm gonna pull off the front wheels. We'll take off the inside fender liners on the driver and passenger side, and then we'll get the templates taped on. So that's the next steps, and that's what we're gonna do. Jack the car up as I outlined we would do. We got it on stands to be safe. We got blocks in the back. Always do things safely. Again, since we only have two methods of the car being up, I'm not climbing underneath it right now because I don't want to get crushed. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the inside liner. The reason for that is it makes it easier to get to the back side here, to move around and bolt on the back pieces, etc., etc. So really, you can use a finishing tool or a flathead screwdriver, and you need a Torx T15. And I'm gonna go ahead and just remove this all. We're gonna fast forward this because this is not fun to watch. Okay, so as you can see on this side, on the driver's side, you do have your washer fluid bottle. Passenger side. So we will be clear. You can see that there's clearance, especially with the cutter tool we're going to be using. But if you don't have that cutter tool, you'll probably need to remove that. And in the instructions, they clearly show you how to do that. So we're not removing this one, but yeah, it's not too difficult once you take that liner out. We cut the template out. Here, template. We laid it on the vehicle, lined it up. We You see my ghetto smiley face marks. We marked it. And now we're gonna start our first cut, and I'm really nervous about it, but yeah, here we go. What are you drawing? You're terrible.
I can't even do it.
So here we go.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm worried about is I'm gonna puncture your
tank. Why are you starting there? Start there.
Where do you want me to start?
Well, what if we need to move it?
Well, I was gonna.
Oh, here we go.
Are we doing this?
Just do it already! Just put it in. I know. Don't stop!
That bit of Justin Bird. Turning back now.
Oh God.
That made Kyle feel better.
A little bit.
That was scary. So yes, it's rough. I'm gonna clean it up. Not with that tool, but I'm gonna use my grinder that I used to get the hole. But look. Oh, no more rough edges anymore. It looks pretty. What do you guys think? And we'll get the angle right. We have play. Oh, we can go up a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't cut it anymore.
Oh, I'm not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna clean up the edges. Are you okay with that?
I don't think you even have to.
Well, I would like to.
Oh, okay. In case somebody ever takes it off and looks at your hack job.
They'll be like, who cut this thing? Actually, there's some plastic safety glasses in the
You know, I was thinking this when you
upper cabinet. The door's on the left.
This is coming from the this is the coming from the guy
Wearing sandals.
Smile. First day of school. Oh, okay.
Sorry, Kyle.
Looks like Ray Charles got that hole.
Hey, we said it didn't have to be perfect. God.
Ooh, he bought that.
Wait.
Yeah, let's just leave that.
Laying the template on here, we taped it in position. We made sure it's lined up on all the things. Now, what we found out from the other side is we actually have quite a bit of play. There's a good, what, quarter inch, almost half inch of overlap. I mean, you want to line things up as close as you can, but we know it's taped in position, it's all cut out, it's good, so I'm gonna trace my lines. Oh. I'm gonna measure this.
From the bottom of the...
Oh, you're such a genius.
What are the parts that are most important?
They tried to scratch paint there.
Look at that, bro.
Oh.
Lined up.
Sorry.
Let's do the nose part.
A little bit of rain and clouds out there all
Oop, not bad.
Oh my goodness.
We're almost too good at this.
It's like I should do this for, no.
No, don't. Let's not get carried away.
Thing. We can just kind of just, oh, you guys feel it? Like I put in a hole. Oh.
For the love of God.
Maybe. Almost.
Oh, I want to get a different angle here.
There you go. Almost.
Ah, I was hoping for more sparks.
You got it. Again, I'm sorry it's loud out here. It's super hot. It's like 105 degrees outside when we're doing this. So we taped up both sides. We marked them out. We then cut them out. Everything is good. Now we have the final results. Here, we'll show you the driver's side. Well, if my camera works. So here's the driver's side hole. I think I did a much better job cutting this one than the first one. Yes, a lot of you may be scared to do this. With this kind of tool right here, on the floor. There you go. With that kind of tool, it makes it super easy. You're not going to want to use like a hacksaw or something, no, not for this job. But super smooth, super easy. Install's going really nice so far. So next steps is let's check out the instructions and see what they say. So to put the pieces in on this side and get the bolts that fasten it all in place, it just feels like we're gonna have to like move the washer fluid tank out of the way to do that. We might be able to finagle it, but I'm just gonna pull this out anyways just to make sure, so we can make sure all those bolts are tightened properly. And to remove this, it's simple, 2 bolts. There's one up here and one down here. I've already loosened this one. So on the top, you pull that out, the rubber washer, and then the bottom piece basically will unhook. I just want to move it out of the way. I don't want to take it all the way out. Actually, this might be good enough. Yeah, just leave it there. Because we can slide everything there and then we can get our hands back there to tighten the bolts. Going by the instructions, because all good men read instructions, we're basically just cleaning it up. So we've already painted this edge. One of the things we do have to do on here is put the wrap. So we need to clean this off. Right here. So you can even spray paint this black, or they do give you a like carbon fiber kind of mesh on there. You want to clean this up really good and it will stick on there. And actually we're gonna have to put this back in place so we can make sure we get this in the right spot.
You want to probably go as far back as you can and get that.
I'm gonna try.
Probably turn that fan off or spin it.
Alright, got a little one. Not in. We're in there. weird. There's like a weird thing in there.
Can't imagine that was designed to be wrapped.
No, I'm just saying it's
I
like
know.
there's a weird. It's something in the plastic right there.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to be like, man.
It's from the
Well,
moles.
like, who's gonna see it? That's what I was saying. Plastic's never been.
Yeah, cause see this, like, that's freaking me out.
Nobody's ever gonna see it.
I don't care. There's stuff underneath here making it all weird.
Oh, Gerardo's gonna see it.
Oh, I know he is.
He's like, oh, who wrapped that?
He'd be like, freaking Matt did it, and he did a boss job.
Put a Cali tin sticker on it.
So we put the wrap on and touched it up, looking pretty good. Again, this is not perfect. If I was to redo this, I would have pulled this out and sanded it all down so it was perfect. But honestly, let's show. So the way this all works is this piece is a backing plate that sits right here to kind of hold this all in. So you can kind of get an idea of what you can and can't see. So it looks pretty good. I think we did good. So next step is wiring. So if you guys didn't know, the side vent does come with wiring. It's going to tap into your side hash mark and your power blinker. So the power blinker will, I believe this actually flashes when you turn, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. We'll find out.
If you wired it that way.
Well, I think we're wiring it that way. Okay. Because the power is coming from the blinker, so when it turns on, this light should turn on.
Right. So it's like a switchback.
So it always turns on because it has the same hash mark, but it blinks when the blinker's on.
So it's a switchback.
Yeah. So, in the box, each side has its own harness. You get wire taps. These are pretty simple to do. This is the power wire. Let me get this straight. So we have the two wires together. It's a side marker supply and the ground. And then this is the power wire for the terminal signal, so that's fine. So we're not messing with this one yet. We're just gonna mess with this. We actually need to expose some wire over here. So I'm gonna pull these out to get a little. I would really like to expose wires down in here. So if you're wondering why I'm slicing into it up here, it's because I don't want it too close to where the side marker goes into. Yay! Actually, that's smart. That's fine, man. I think that's going to be wide enough for two of these. I think so. So this would be, where'd my harness go? Oh, it's over there. That's in, that's in. That should technically be good, right? So we trimmed around the edge, made it nice and clean, and now I'm gonna make Kyle paint the edges, so I'm not the one to mess it up. And no, I'm kidding. So he's gonna touch up the edges and paint it, and then we'll mount everything and put it in. Well, you guys get the idea. I don't think you want to see this whole thing. So he's gonna finish cleaning this up, and then I'm gonna, yeah, we're just go to the next step. Now we need to wire in the blinker. So your blinker's right here. You need to wire in the third wire to the power. of the blinkers. So we're just gonna go ahead and undo this. There's actually a clip right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my finishing tool and pop this out so I can get the wire down below. You can see I'm reaching around. You probably actually, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the light harness. This will be easier. Okay, so that pulls out. Here's the harness. I can't see anything. Here's the harness. I pulled that out. Now I'm gonna drop this down back in here so I can work on this down here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel back the covering. Actually, I don't really have to peel it back that far. So in this instance, your black wire is your ground, your red is, or your green in this. Sorry, I don't know if you can see. I'm having the camera literally held by the hub bolts right now. It's amazing. If you guys could only see the shenanigans I'm pulling right now. And we have our inline harness. Go ahead and pull that through. I'm gonna stab this wire all the way up in here. So we should be good to go there. So now we'll pull this harness back up. Sticky right there so I can reach it. Hard to show you this, but plug that back in. Now, whoa, there you go, that's in there now. Tuck this wire up and away. Get this harness and this clip back in place. This is really hard to do when you got big hands. But there we go. Now it's gonna be up to you guys to decide how you wanna run these wires. So I'm gonna undo this so I can put this light back in place. Now I can plug this in and we will put this back in place. So these are good to go. And I needed zip ties for the most part, and I'll zip to tie the cables up and over so then we can drag the nice part of the harness over here. Because basically when you install the side components, you're gonna port this through the holes and then run this cable up into wherever you have it all zip tied and cleanly done. So, yay, done. So again, black wire to the black wire, red wire to the gray wire. On the other side it's purple. And then to the blinker, which was up in the front, which we showed you, and that goes to the power wire, not the black wire. And that's all the wiring you need. Now, if you ever have issues with the wiring or the lights aren't turning on, it's probably because those metal clips didn't pierce the cable, and you just need to make sure you crimp those down tighter or better. But outside of that, that's the wiring. We need to hold this in place, and then I will break. So that's gonna go up. And this is gonna go down.
So we probably don't want to press that 100% until we're.
Well, what I'm gonna have Steve help. You here? Okay. We're gonna do what we did earlier.
All right.
We're gonna get this in place, and you're gonna push on the top. And I'm gonna get this all. We're gonna get this in place. There we go. There we go. Right? Is that it? Where is it? Hello. Is this one down? Okay, so now that we've secured that, so what we did is we pushed this in the front, we got the back piece placed in place, and then I literally pulled off the sticky tape. Now I'm gonna put these washers, you'll see their little bite, they're gonna bite into them. And put one here. Start. And what I'm doing is on the back side, I put one of the washers on, and now these are little metal kind of nuts or screws or whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to use a ratchet to literally and you can kind of see it. You can see what I'm doing with my fingers. Put the washer on. There's enough for the nut to get started. But the rest you'll need the tool to kind of. Again, you don't want it too crazy tight because you'll literally rip off the plastic pegs and that would be very bad. So that's on. Wow, that actually looks really cool. Now you're looking at it, you're like, that looks ghetto. Well, that's because it's not done yet. It's because it's not done yet. My question is it goes like that, right?
Yeah, I
Should
think
have
so.
a little thing for this side.
Oh yeah. Huh. So
Okay.
the other side, because there's a hole here,
What do you mean?
alignment hole.
Alignment hole for what? This is left.
Oh, then that's this side.
But
That's it right there.
goes like that.
Yep.
So we're gonna pull the harness through. Make sure you peel all the sticky stuff off.
Like that.
There's two little baby stripes. And then there's a corner stripe. And that's what made that noise. That's much better. So that's on. Now the last thing we need to do is just reroute the cable. So I'm gonna plug this in for now. And let's check it out, make sure it works. And yes, it's got fingerprints, and yes, it looks not perfect, but that looks really clean. Turn the blinker on. There it goes. There you go. It works. Sweet. We got them all installed, both sides. We got the lighting ran. You can see some of the cables hanging down. We're gonna stitch those up, make it look good. But basically at this point, we're reassembling the car. So we put the washer fluid container back in place. Again, those two bolts we slid in the top, little slide thing, super easy. We're gonna put back on the inner liners, and it's done. We're done. So we're gonna button this car up and drop her down, clean her up. We're gonna actually do a full car wash on it because we wanna make sure we get all the metal shavings out of this car before we actually wipe down the paint, because there is metal like on the side fenders and stuff. So we're gonna rinse the car down, wash it, and it'll be good to go. And then from there, we'll do like some walk-arounds and shots and see how it looks. Sound good? Sounds good to me. There you have it. That is the ACS Composite side fender install guide. It was a long one, I know, but it was an awesome project. Huge shout out to MapleFed. If you guys aren't following them on Instagram, check them out, MapleFed. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thanks ACS Composite for sending the product. Let me do the install guide on this. I would categorize this as a little bit more difficult if you don't feel comfortable cutting into metal. Definitely not for you. I make the suggestion. I know we use a special tool, but I almost think a why am I forgetting the word? Wow, forgetting this tool. Dremel. That's the tool. See, I forget things. A Dremel might have been easier with some metal cutting bits as well, but you know, it's kind of a scary install in a sense. You're cutting into your car, so keep in mind the washer bottle on the passenger side. You don't want to cut into that, but outside of that, the install was definitely interesting, fun, challenging, and a great learning experience. So if you guys have any questions or comments about this install, let me know in the comments below. But as always, thanks for checking out the content and channel. Again, thank you, Maple Fed, for trusting me to slice into your car like a hot knife through butter. And it wasn't perfect, I know, but... So if I have any cutting things on my car, I have to let him have first dibs at cutting into it. Yeah. But yeah, thanks guys. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the content. And if I don't see you in the next video, next install guide, next review or overview, hope to see you on the road. Wait. How does a maple leaf look?
It's 3 prongs. Now do that on each side. No, another one, yeah. Oh no. Oh, that's not. Yeah, you don't. Oh, whoa, wait, that's a different. Hey, that was illegal a couple months ago. That is not a maple leaf.
Should add some syrup under it.
No, you're gonna get flocked for that.
Wow.
Look, Matt doesn't even know how to draw a maple leaf.
Oh, Canada.
You tried to draw one over there and it was atrocious, and you are Canadian.
Give me this.
Wait.
No, you're taking up my real estate.
Maple
Oh boy, I almost fell.
Fed
What's here?
rules.
Oh, you put it with a Z. Yeah. See, he knows what's up. But I didn't. Don't get it twisted. I did not make that maple leaf. I'm better than that.
No, you're not.
I am.